everyone, my name is Jillian Decker, and I'm going to be presenting about my literacy curriculum project, which I implemented at Truman Elementary School in Lackawanna, New York. The program that they use here at Truman is the Wonders by McGraw-Hill program. Just a little bit about Truman Elementary. It is a grades pre-K to first school. It is outside of Buffalo, New York, and it is a high poverty area, so all students do receive free breakfast and lunch. Regardless, they are still held to a very high standard for learning set by the school and the teachers and administration. Some of the components of the Wonders curriculum are, there are lots of materials that are given to the teachers and the students, which consist of a teacher's edition for each unit, a big book and a little book, which are the reading and writing workbooks. There are spelling words and high frequency words for each unit and week. There are anchor text, level readers, and as well as writing workshop each week. The program has an emphasis and a focus on phonics and phonemic awareness. There are daily, weekly, and unit assessments, and based on those assessments, there is differentiation available in the form of small group lessons for the students who need extra support. The scope and sequence is broken down by unit and is based on the objectives and the goals for the students, so the teachers can look back in the scope and sequence in the end of the unit teacher's edition, and they can look at the different objectives and the learning targets for the students for that specific unit, and they can kind of go in order of what's listed in the scope and sequence. And it's nice because there's a checklist right there for the teachers to look at to see what the targets are, what the students should be focusing on, and what their goals are as well. The McGraw-Hill Wonders program is directly aligned with the Common Core state standards. Each lesson has objectives directly based on the standards. So next to each lesson, there is just a couple standards objectives written there. And next to those, it says CCSS because they're directly derived from the standards. There are about 2 to 3 standards per lesson. And 45% of the students in the school are considered below grade level in relation to the standards. In terms of differentiated instruction and agency, I noticed that it was very limited. A lot of the differentiation takes place after the lesson, so teachers will do some sort of monitor and differentiate in terms of questions, and based on those questions, they will put students in small groups and work with them on their specific needs. It could be for below level, on level, ELL students, and above level. When speaking to teachers in the school, they did say that they did not believe that there was a lot of differentiation available with the program. And over here is just a quick example of what the differentiation would look like. There'd be a quick check, a question about the lesson to see if the students are able to answer it, and then based on their answer to the question, they will have to go back and review or reassess the previous lesson. In terms of effectiveness, I do believe that it is a good program for students who are typical learners. It does move fast and can be a challenge for other students who do not learn as quickly. I did not notice there being a lot of opportunities for multimodal lessons, so using the smartboard or audio or anything different than just a typical reading a book to kind of help students who have other needs when learning. So it is very rigid, it's content-packed, and does not really allow a lot of teachers to kind of back up and maybe reteach. And there's not a lot of opportunity for teachers to add in more fun or engaging elements to the lesson, meaning that there isn't really time to stop. It's very rigid, and there's just a lot of content packed into each lesson. Overall, the content is good though, and it is aligned closely to the Common Core state standards, which is great, but I think there are some things that could be worked on to make this program even better. Thank you.